station. So if you ever hear us talk about hazmat suits, it's because he's naked when they find him and they take him down to the police station naked. And the guy urinates in his hazmat suit at least 3 times. So there was a lot of stuff involved in this trial. There was no doubt about his guilt. And so he was sentenced the other day. So while we're waiting to see if court's going to start, we'll just watch the sentencing and see what happens. Flashman says it's going to start out loud. So be ready for that. He's not naked in the courtroom, Flashman, but that would be hilarious. But if I remember right, I thought this judge was hard to hear. So hopefully they fix their audio. And I would assume that he did have to show up for his sentencing because they generally make you do that. All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks.
Your Honor. The defendant, Tyler Dazey, killed Jennifer Dazey and her dog Echo on January 18th, 2024. He was living with his mother at that time, who had a serious brain surgery in September of 2023. She'd been trying to recoup and get well and try to navigate life with all the changes. Jenny's dog Echo, who she just got in August, was a huge support for her during her recovery, so much so that Jenny took Echo everywhere with her. On January 18th, the defendant decided to attack his mother and the dog with a hatchet, and he stayed there with them in the home until Jenny's best friend found them there, dead. No doubt, it was horrifying. Jenny had 17 separate cutting and chopping injuries. Echo, a single blow. After 3 days of trial, the jury found the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree and animal abuse. This crime will forever have a huge impact on the Dazey family. They lost a mother, a sister, a daughter, and a friend. And they lost her at the hands of their own family member. The sentence for murder in the first degree is prescribed by law. The state is asking that the sentence for animal abuse be served consecutively to the sentence for murder in the first degree. For the deeds the defendant has done, the evidence the state has submitted, a sentence of life in prison with the addition of 2 years is justice. It's justice for Jennifer Dazey, it's justice for Echo, and it's justice for the family in our community.
Okay, argument for the defendant. Mr. Blair.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before I get into that very quickly, I wanted to make sure that the court was going to issue a written ruling on the motion for new trial and the motion to arrest of judgment. I just want to make sure that somebody doesn't come back to me later asking for clarification on did the judge rule on this specific issue kind of thing.
I'll issue written ruling when we're finished with the hearing.
Okay.
Also denied.
With regards to, frankly, Your Honor, there's not a lot to say simply because the court has no discretion. The only issue before the court is whether or not, the only real issue before the court is whether or not to run the animal abuse conviction and sentence consecutive or concurrent. In some circumstances, consecutive sentences might be appropriate. That does not appear to be the case here. We are asking the court to run this sentence concurrent. We understand, but I would remind the court that when looking at this kind of situation, the court is not comparing this to every criminal conviction or every sentence ever run consecutive or concurrent. The court is looking at people who are facing life in prison and whether or not the additional time would be consecutive or concurrent. And that's a much smaller number of cases to compare it to. And I would suggest that when making that comparison. The facts of this case do not warrant consecutive time. As the state said, Echo died from one blow.
Okay. Mr. Dazey, before I pronounce judgment, you have the right to speak today if you'd like to. You're not required to. Your attorney made argument on your behalf. Is there anything you would like to say today?
No, I have no idea what you are asking of me to say, other than thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Is there anyone who wants to be heard by way of victim impact statement?
Yes, just give me 1 second. Okay, we have one person, Phyllis Dazey, who would like to have her statement read, and we have someone to do that. We have a statement to be given by Christy Fullman, Bridget Dazey, Katie Tressel, and Sue Dazey. We may have one more. I'm going to check when they're all finished, okay?
Okay. Who do you want to start with?
Can we start with Sue? Can you go first? We'll start with Sue Dazey, D-A-Z-E-Y.
Okay. If you would, ma'am, just start off and say your name, please.
Susan Dazey.
Go ahead and say what you want to say.
There's a lot I want to say, and a lot I may not be able to. Tyler, I'm going to direct this at you. You didn't think you were loved, and you didn't think you were wanted, and you were wrong. Your mother wanted you, and she loved you very, very much. She loved all of her children. Did she make mistakes at the mom? You bet. We all do. But I'm going to ask you to go to jail or prison with this. I forgive you every day of my life. I love you, but I'm mad. She did not deserve to do or get that. I don't know what stopped you or started this, but do know this.
That's heartbreaking.
I am praying, and I have thousands of others praying for you. You have really shown no remorse about what you did. The day I found out, it was ridiculous because I couldn't understand why you had to do anything to that puppy. And that's sad, because I lost my daughter. There is never going to be another family picture that's going to be complete, because you are not going to be in it, and neither is your mom. There is never going to be another holiday that is going to be complete, because she won't be there, and neither will you.
And that dropped way off, didn't it?
I hope, and I
That's not your fault. It's the court.
someday we all find peace, and that you find peace and your way back to God.
Yes, that's grandmother. I'll boost it if it stays this way, but I don't want to boost it and then it pick back up.
Well, I
But
don't think it's you
she did-
because the way that it cuts in and out.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's not me, but I don't want to boost it and then it come back and blow everybody's ears out.
Yeah.
But she reminded me of something. When they told his sister, the mom's daughter, that the mom was deceased, she had no reaction either. She was kind of joking around about stuff. Like her reaction to her mother's horrible demise was weird as well. So we kind of posed the question at the end of the trial, did they decide to do something and he was just the one they decided to have do it? Because it didn't sound like during trial that they were close to their mom. Now, Flash Fan has said pay attention when the sister's up. So if that's that same sister and she's going to show something different today, it's going to be very different than she showed in her police videos and interrogation. So, yeah, here we go.
Katie Trussell,
Thank you. I'm gonna hop out and then hop back in because mine's lagging really bad.
If you would state your name and spell it for the record, please.
Katie Tressel, Tressel.
Go ahead.
First, I'd like to say, Tyler, I love you. We all love you. There's so much love that comes your way. It's hard to fathom the hatred that caused you to commit such a heinous act. Are there things I could say I hate or am angry about? Of course. I hate that you broke 2 pieces of my heart that day. I hate that my sister, your mom, is gone. I hate that our whole family has to go through this horrible experience. I hate that you forget the love that you surrounded you your whole life. I hate that you must go away the rest of your life. I hate that my nephew is dead because you're not my nephew. The man I see in front of me is not the one I helped raise and grew up with. You're not psychotic nor schizophrenic. You're a sociopathic narcissist who chose to be evil. Your PTSD affected the decisions you made in your life, and choosing to believe in chaos caused hatred in your soul. You call everyone else evil, witch-like, and sinners, yet no matter what God you believe in, all of them condemn murderers. I took a hard look at the past and realized that you've never taken ownership for any of your wrongdoings. Everything is always someone else's fault, never your own. You need to learn to take responsibility for what you did to your mom. I will always love you and remember the person I once knew, but I don't know you anymore. I hope that you will get the help you need, whether it be in a hospital or prison, but you are better out of society. Everyone will be safer without you.
Christy Folman, we will go ahead and have Phyllis Dazey's statement read. Okay. Our office is going to read the statement of Phyllis Dazey, and she will also read Christy Folman's statement after that.
Okay, that's fine. Come up this way, please. Yeah, on the record, introduce who you are, and before you read a statement, tell us whose statement it is.
Yes. Good afternoon. My name is Marissa Ruiz, Marissa, last name Ruiz. I'm a victim witness coordinator with the county attorney's office, and I will be reading Phyllis's statement first. I loved Jenny. She was a beautiful person that overcame a lot in her life. Her struggle was hers, and I think she wanted to overcome it all. I'm sad that I'll never get to see her again or the person she could have become. I'm sad for Echo, though I never got to meet him. I know what he meant to Jenny as a friend and companion. I hope they both can rest in peace. And I'm sad for everybody who knew Jenny and spent time with her. I am especially sad for Nick and Kylie, who have lost both their mom and brother. I am heartbroken for Tyler as well, that these murders are something you, Tyler, will have to live with. I hope you can come to terms with what you've done, that one day you can tell us, your family, what happened that night or day. I hope you will accept the help and therapy afforded to you in prison. And I hope that you find peace in your confinement and know that prison is where you need to be. Tyler, you are in my heart. I will always have hope for you to find happiness, though that will likely only come with the acceptance of what you did. I hope you understand that you need to be in prison. You belong in prison, and your actions cannot be undone. And that concludes Phyllis Dazey's statement. The statement from Christy Folman. Good afternoon. As you all know, Jenny and I were best friends, a type of friend you find once in a lifetime. And now, because of what you did, what I seen that day will never go away. Tyler, what you did is horrible. And for the rest of my life, I will live in fear and have to constantly look over my shoulder. You have forever scarred me. As to that, I hope you never see the light of day. Damn it, Tyler. I thought of you as one of my own children. How could you? Jenny, until we meet again, I love you. And that concludes Christy Folman's statement. Thank you.
I believe Bridget Dazey also has a statement to give, and I believe she is on the Zoom under the name Jared Noonan.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Bridget Dazey. I join you today with a heart heavy with grief and a mind clouded by the aftermath of a senseless tragedy. I want you to understand the depth of pain and loss that has consumed my life since January 18th. Tyler, I want you to hurt as much as I do. Not in a malicious way, but in a way that echoes the profound emptiness left by the absence of my sister. Every facet of my existence is marked by her absence. From the time I wake up to the futile attempts at sleep, the disruption is relentless. It is easy to label you as evil or monstrous, but I see you as a person broken by circumstances, a life derailed, a potential unfulfilled. You are unwell, desperately in need of care and treatment. Our current system has failed you, and it is a failure that we must rectify. I am committed to advocating for change in mental health services and support systems for struggling families and in our carceral system to better protect those in its care. Jenny was more than a sister. She was my confidant, my first friend, my source of unwavering support. Our lives were intertwined, our experiences shared. Her love for you was unconditional, a testament to her extraordinary capacity for compassion. The ripple effects of your actions are immeasurable. Your brother, your sister, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles and cousins all bear the scars of this tragedy. Countless others mourn the loss of a cherished friend and a beloved family member. The world is a dimmer place without Jenny's light. Her laughter, her wisdom, her infectious spirit are irreplaceable. She will forever be 46, vibrant soul silenced far too soon. She was a remarkable woman, and her legacy will live on.
Ms. Dazey, thank you. Can you spell your first name for the record, please?
Bridget.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Lassance, anyone else?
Kylie Frey.
My name is Kylie Frey.
Want to spell that for the record, please?
First and last name.
Both.
Kylie, Kylie. Frey, Frey.
Go ahead.
Tyler, it's so sad how loved you were. And to see how you are now. This isn't what I used to remember at all. And I know it hurts you. And if it doesn't, that's so sad. I'm sorry that you're that far gone. Seriously. How does it feel to lose your whole family due to one thing that you did? Does that feel okay to you? You feel okay still? Because that's not okay. I lost over half of my family. I have one person left. You're messed up. And it's sad that you didn't get the help. It's sad that you still think you're okay, but you're not. You can think you have God, but that's not a real God at all. I don't know what you have going on.
10 Commandments.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Look at you.
Killed
This
others.
is sad.
You and Christy and Katie, conspiracy to commit murder.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Dazey, let her speak. Let her finish.
I hope you enjoy life
Wow.
in prison.
I can live forever. I have God. Where's your God?
That's
Jesus?
a great God.
Let's see Jesus save you.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you're
Ma'am,
getting
finish what
worked
you
up.
want to say.
I enjoy that. At least you have some type of feeling.
Read the Bible.
I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
Woo!
You're making a show of mother's death. Huh? How's that make you feel wearing that skirt?
I don't have any. Holy crap. We both said, both of us said the same thing. Wow. Regina, we are watching the sentencing of Tyler Dazey from the Witchcraft unaliving trial. He is allegedly unalived his mother and his mother's dog. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And I'm going to say that I appreciate that, Flashman. I'm going to say that she wore that on purpose to maybe get a reaction out of him, since maybe, I don't know. It was, I have to post these like this because Gabby apparently couldn't send it all in one because YouTube can be really dumb sometimes.
Like,
Yeah.
I,
Wow.
I mean, like, YouTube Daddy's gonna, never mind.
That, yeah, you'd be nice. That was his sister.
No, I
Okay.
wasn't gonna be mean. I was gonna say something biblical, but I can't say that.
Yeah, because that probably get my stream taken down.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say
So
that.
he was, I'm confused. One, why does he have earplugs in?
I'm sorry, I have to do it. I'm confused.
Wait, I'm confused. One, he has earplugs in, but two, he's going back to the 10 Commandments, but then he asks who her God is, and then he's like, that's not his. So is he like a Satanist?
That's what I'm saying. I got to be really careful what I say biblically on this. So, never mind.
Okay. Just to keep the voices in his head quiet.
Yep.
Well, yeah. All right. We're going to continue on. We're almost through it. It's almost over. Wow. Didn't see that coming. His laugh was
That is it, Judge.
crazy.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Dazey, the attorneys talked about count one. The sentence is mandatory. It's prescribed by law. There's no discretion on my part. For count one, on the offense of murder in the first degree, I sentence you to a term in prison for the rest of your life with no opportunity for parole. There is no fine under count one. There is mandatory restitution of $150,000 to the estate of Jennifer Dazey. I will
Wow.
order that. Under count two, that offense is animal abuse. It's an aggravated misdemeanor. I am going to sentence you to a term of incarceration not to exceed 2 years, and that sentence will also be imposed. The mandatory minimum fine is $855 with 15% surcharge. That will be imposed as well. I am going to run counts 1 and 2 consecutive to each other. The reasons for my sentence today include a number of things. My consideration of the factual circumstances involved, the seriousness of the offense, and the need for things like protecting the community and rehabilitation. The reasons that I ran the 2 sentences consecutive to each other are much the same reasons. In addition, my consideration of the violent nature of the offense, both offenses, including the animal abuse, and the factual circumstances involved. This is a final judgment. You do have the right to appeal from this judgment. Written notice of appeal would have to be filed within 30 days of today's date. Bond in the event of appeal on count 2, I will set at $1,000. Under count 1, you may not be admitted to bail in the event that you file an appeal. I'm going to waive all Category B restitution in this matter. That includes court costs and court-appointed attorney's fees. Ms. Lassance, is there anything else we need to cover in this?
No, Judge.
Mr. Blair, anything you can think of?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll close the record. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
So